Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to have you all here. I'm so very thankful and so grateful to see all of you wonderful people coming to see me. So please, if you don't mind, stop what you're doing in a moment, like and subscribe this video, and throughout, please comment. Let me know your thoughts, let me know your feelings, let me know what's going on with your processes of this whole episode and what you think. If you disagree with me, please let me know. If you agree with me, please let me know. Let's all just be respectful to one another. I appreciate all feedback and comments. So I just want to say thank you all for being here. And let's hop into this review. This is season 11, episode 9, and it's called A Pretty Meltdown. A Pretty Meltdown. Now I'm doing this one off the cuff. So this one I don't have the notes or anything. I'm trying to do different approaches to see which one y'all feel works best. So it'll also be nice if y'all comment and let me know, like, hey, I like this one better, or I prefer you having the whole note thing, whatever you prefer. So here we go. So it starts off where it left off. It starts off where it left off with with Crystal and Sutton having them. Well, basically Sutton having a meltdown and turning the situation into something about her. Sutton does a great job of making herself the victim. She did an amazing job, and that's mastery, you all. That takes practice to sit and corral the whole group around you, all because you're upset. And you're not upset because you're sitting with Crystal. Honestly, I ain't gonna take that away from her. That may be part of the reason she's upset. Truthfully, Sutton is upset because she didn't bring a gift. Every single person, every woman at that event brought a gift except for Sutton. Sutton is the only woman that did not bring a gift, and I'm pretty sure that's the thing that's upsetting her the most. Sorry y'all, I had to look at my phone for something real quick, but I promise you all it's not news. But Sutton was the only woman who didn't bring a gift, I believe, and I think that's why she felt a ways, was because she's used to having this persona that I'm the Southern Belle, I'm the proper lady, I have appropriate etiquette. Of course I'm gonna bring a gift, of course I'm gonna do this, and this time she was out the loop again, because now if you think back, she wasn't in the loop on the joke. When she was brought into the loop, she felt some type of way, or the way that it was done, and now she's out of the loop again and she's feeling some type of way. I think that's what it truly is. So she goes in on this Crystal thing, and I'm here for what Crystal told her. Look, I'm not backing down off of it, so get over it. Like, it is what it is, you're doing too much. And I honestly, the way Crystal apologized is a true apology. I apologize that what I said hurt your feelings, I won't say it again. She did not apologize for what she said, because what she said in that moment is what she meant. I apologize that it hurt your feelings, I won't say it again. That's an appropriate apology. And Renna was like, oh, correct. Like, no, Renna, stay out of this. Stay out of it and stay out of this. Because that's the way you apologize. I'm sick of people with the whole, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I honestly didn't mean it. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. If I'm upset with you right now and I curse you out, I mean it. I meant to cuss you out. I'm not gonna sit here and apologize and say, I'm so sorry for cussing you out. I should have done that. Oh my God, I didn't mean to do that. Yes, I did. I meant to cuss you out, and I want to lay you flat on your back whenever I did. I want to lay you out when I said what I had to say, and I'm done with it. That's an appropriate apology. So Crystal did a great job there. So they leave the party, and Kathy, Kyle, and the Reed have COVID. So they all gotta like do the 2-week quarantine. So they all have COVID, and look, full disclosure, I've had COVID twice. It is the worst. I mean, when I tell you the worst feeling in the world, it was the absolute worst feeling that I've ever experienced. I remember the first experience, and just a little detail. I remember I went to the hospital, and at the time, this was in March whenever it first was like made big in the U.S. And they said you had to have the chills, no, not chills, sorry. You had to have a dry cough, a high fever, and shortness of breath. I had shortness of breath, and I had a rising fever, but they turned me away and sent me home because they said I did not have a dry cough. And in order to be hospitalized and tested for COVID, you had to have all three. They sent me away, turned me home. I went to that hospital with shortness of breath, a low grade fever, chills. I was kind of in and out, almost like I was passing out or close to passing out. Like I was kind of like loopy, like in the head. Um, I had pain, like body pain, and paresthesias. That's that pricking, like sticky feeling that like something is pricking your skin, like pins and needles. All that was going on. They sent me home. So I had to lay in my bed, and at that time I was taking emergency twice a day. I would take it in the morning, I would take it at night. I couldn't eat. I couldn't eat for 3 days. I literally had a bowl of soup sitting in my room, and I would take one spoonful, and that was all I could have for the day. I couldn't eat anything. Um, I had to try to lay certain ways in the bed to feel comfortable. I remember I was afraid to go to sleep because I was afraid that I wasn't gonna wake up. I wasn't gonna live, so I would take NyQuil to go to sleep at night. It was a real scary experience. The second time I got COVID was after I got my vaccine, and the symptoms weren't bad at all. Like I was still able to just walk around and function like normal. But that first time was devastating. That first time I was sick for 13 days. So whenever they was talking about missing their families, missing their kids, and how like Kyle was like, Mauricio was like, Jet, I'm out. I wish you well, baby. I'm gone. You know, I see how it could get there wholeheartedly, but then I don't quite get it why he would jet so quickly. We all would have quarantined in different rooms because that's your wife. I'm pretty sure he kissed her that night and everything like that. So, COVID is an interesting thing. But so all that went down. So then here comes this leaked story about Erica and what was going on with Erica. Yeah. And so we have Kyle, Lisa, and Erica talking on FaceTime, and Erica's crying. And this is what I'm gonna say: we've had we've had these situations play out on different seasons of Housewives. Actually, we had Phaedra and Apollo, where everything went down with Apollo. Phaedra said she knew nothing about it. We had Teresa Giudice. So Phaedra and Apollo was the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Teresa Giudice and Joe Giudice from Real Housewives of New Jersey, where Teresa's name was signed on everything, and she said she knew nothing about it, which I can't confirm nor deny if they knew or not. But she said she knew nothing about it, but her name was written on everything, and that's why she went to jail, was because her actual signature was on the documentation. And then you now have Erica and her husband. Again, I can neither confirm nor deny if I know anything or not. I'm not sure. I can't say that Erica know anything or not. I don't know what Tom was like as a husband. Maybe he did shut her down. It's very possible that she did not know. I can tell you that like that conversation that they were having, Crystal, Erica, and Lisa was like, and Erica was like, you need to make sure you know where all the money is going. I will say this: I believe in 3 separate bank accounts: my bank account, your bank account, and the bank account for the bills. Technically 5. My checkings and my savings, your checking, your savings, in the bill. Strictly because what comes in my account is mine, what comes in your account is yours, what we put in that bill account is for the bills. Now that way, if you sign some stuff over there and it's coming in your bank account and it's not divvying up in mine, I ain't got nothing to do with it. I love you, baby. I'll do everything I can to help you out, but one thing I will not be is locked up because of you. I love you. Yes, I do. I'll be here for you. But if you out there doing some scandalous stuff, you're not gonna drag me down. Now I know some people are like, but if you benefit in the house from the shit you take, I did not sign the documents. I did not go do the dealings. I didn't do the deed. Nope. Charles didn't do it. Charles ain't in it. Leave it out. So I can't say if she knows or not, but I think they was talking about the assets being frozen, but I can't say. Maybe that's next episode. And we had Garcelle going to see Kyle. I'm happy to see that they're in a better place, that they are in a good place, and they're just having friendly conversation and talking about could Erica have done this? Is it possible? Is it true? Look, friends have those moments. If someone said that my friend did something, I would definitely say, wait a minute, I don't know my friend to do anything like that. How is this possible? Can't be my friend. But at the same time, I can't lie, say it wouldn't be something in the back of my head. I was like, but that, they in the same house together. So like, could you not know? I don't know. I'm gonna support my friend because I don't think my friend could do this, but I'm wondering. It's normal. It's natural. Everyone has that kind of like. It's kind of like I know my friend didn't do it, but then my friend did it like, you did it, dang, girl, right? You have those moments. It happens. So they go from there, and we have go to Kathy's house, and Kathy is doing the little wolf howl to find her dog. I thought that was actually cute. I'm like, Kathy is weird. Kathy is comedic relief. She's weird and she's funny. As a friend of the show, I don't want to see Kathy full time. Not as a housewife. Um, and then Cal comes over and they're talking about how Cal's daughter Portia is so comfortable being alone and not being around people and things of that nature. And it's funny because in my work, in my field, I'm seeing a lot of kids now where the family is wanting, well, I'm seeing a lot of teens, and the family members are wanting to push them out and make them more social, but the kids are actually more happy just being alone. And they're like, that's scary because they're by themselves. And I'm going to say this, I see it as a double-edged sword. I ain't gonna say double-edged sword. I see it in two different ways. One, it's an absolute benefit to know what being alone is and to be comfortable being alone. Don't get it wrong. As humans, we strive for connection. We want some type of connection as humans. However, some of us can only handle so much connection at a time. And I think that's the thing that that's scaring some parents, because it's like, how can you be so comfortable not being around people? I mean, we got to think about it. Look at what we're in the 21st century. I know, look out, it's not my phone. This is the protector screen that's cracked up. But we're in the 21st century. They have Zoom, they have games, they have TV, they're not worried about, you know, not connecting, because they're connecting in different ways. Where I grew up in Bassville, Mississippi. I was born in the 90s. So I grew up in the 90s, early 2000s. Now, as fun as this may sound to some of you all, in Bassville, we still, I can remember us still having dirt roads. We didn't get gravel on our road, like loose gravel, until I was probably about 10 years old. And that was in 2000s. And so, or like 2002. Yeah, 2002. And so, when you think about that, it's like, Mississippi a little behind anyway. But so I kind of really had what some would say is that 80s, 90s growing up. My grandparents raised me, so I know a lot of the 70s and 60s music, 80s and 90s and all this stuff like that. So, I'm kind of a little well-rounded. I'm blessed. I say it that way. And so, I see the fear, kind of like, well, how are you going to know how to communicate with people? How are you going to connect with people? How are you going to be in that space where you can foster true connection? But at the same time, I'm like, it's kind of a good thing that they don't really strive to be up in people's faces, because a lot of adults, older, I say probably my age and older, somewhere there, do not know how to be alone. They're so afraid to be alone. What is life if I'm by myself? And a lot of them are just now figuring out now that it's okay to be alone. As long as you're alone and you're okay with being alone, you're fine. See, the thing is, a lot of people believe that you benefit when you're connected. But let me tell you something. Your cup should be full when you're by yourself. And whenever you're with someone, your cup should overflow. If a person is taken from your cup, or they don't overflow with you, that's not the person for you. My cup is full. I'm full by myself. When I'm with you, my cup should runneth over, as they say. I should be filled with so much love. I should be filled with so much joy, compassion, so much of this that I run over. And you should be the same where you run over. Because if you think about it, if I'm running over and you're running over, we're pouring steel into one another. So that's how you look at it. And when you run over, that's when you have enough to give to others. So that's when people have children. That stuff that runs over floods into your children. You're filling them with love and compassion. You get what I'm saying? So, well-rounded stuff. Learn to be by yourself. Learn to be full alone before you get full with somebody else. Just quick tip. So we leave from there, And the cow, well, before that, Cow was thinking she's a bad mother. Let me tell you something, Cow, you're not a bad mother. I just think a lot of parents just were afraid and still are afraid because they just don't know what to do. And usually when you're afraid, it's because it's your own stuff. You're afraid for her. She's fine. But we'll move on from that. So, then we move over to Sutton's house, and Sutton is with her daughter and Lisa. Yeah, Lisa. And Sutton has an 18-year-old. I just found out that she has two younger children, and the husband doesn't want them on TV, so that's why we haven't seen their kids. So it was nice to see Sutton's daughter. She's in Kappa Kappa Gamma. I don't know anything about that sorority, but kudos. And she looks like she's a well-rounded young lady. I would say I think Sutton has done an amazing job with her children. I don't know, I haven't seen the others, but at least this older one, she looks like she's a well-rounded young lady. Lisa, Brandon was talking about maybe they need to introduce, I think it's Delilah or Amelia. Amelia and this young lady, I believe. I don't think it's Delilah. I think Delilah is the 22-year-old. I don't know. Whichever one. So that they can hang out, and maybe be friends. And so I thought that was nice. And then we go from there, and it's Erica, and Kyle talking on the trail. Erica's having a full-on breakdown. And so this episode's called A Pretty Mess. And again, Erica's filled with emotion. I understand that, she's going through a lot. I don't know what she's going through. I cannot imagine what she's going through. All I can say is that, I wish her well. And I hope that things, work out for her. But that was my off-the-cuff review. Tell me what you all think. I just want to say thank y'all for seeing me. As you see, this shirt says dream again. So, I want us to continue dreaming. Let's continue to strive for our dreams and work hard for them. Again, thank y'all for coming to my channel. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And if you want a shirt like this that says dream again, or any other shirts with affirmations, I will post a link in the the description box name, and y'all can get it there. So with that being said and done, thank you all. I love you all so much, and you please have a good day.